Now, 8 waste in digital solutions. Okay. Interesting. Defect. Rework due to malfunctioning, over complex situation to complete the desired operation right the first time. Rework of malfunctioning or in digital solutions. How many of you agree? Just type. How many of you can relate to this? Type I, C, or I can relate in the chat box if you can relate to this. And waiting, low performance, outrage, poor response time, inducing wait time by the user. If you can relate to this. Inventory is stuck up workflow in digital space, right? Untreated inbox items. Inbox it is stuck. Inventory in inbox. How many of you can relate to inventory in inbox? So much. You won't believe I have so many mails as inventory. Okay, useless motion, complex ergonomy. Okay, excessive number of clicks. How many of you have seen this excessive number of clicks? Okay, unwanted motions, right, to complete the desired operations. Overproduction. Too many features. Nobody uses. How many of you can relate to this? Type ICR. I can relate in the chat box. Even your apps or mobiles are overloaded. With so many features, right? And your laptop is overloaded with so many features. Transportation, unnecessary process steps to take the desired operation. Okay, in digital solution, so many processes that you take from here to here, from here to there, from there to here. Okay, excess processing, useless steps, redundant or obsolete operations, adding no value to the desired outcome. How many of you can relate to this? And of course, the wrong use of people to learn to use the solution. In fact, some of the the coding people I've seen that they have put them on the reception desk in one of the companies. Okay. Okay, so if you like this, give a thumbs up in the chat box. Those are all 8 waste for you in digital solutions. Okay. So in the lean manufacturing, we saw this waste, and in service industry also, there are 7 waste in service industry. Okay. Overproduction, handover, searches, over processing, and all that. So for those who joined late, okay, if you like these presentations, if you want internationally accredited certification, okay, so don't forget to join this upcoming webinar, the link that I've posted here. Okay. Okay, how many of you are ready for question and answers? Type ready in the chat box if you're ready for a question and answer session. Ready? Okay, all right, let's jump into the question today. Which is not the example of processing waste, okay? So this is a little bit of tricky question, okay? You have to answer carefully. Smashing a peanut with bare hands in order to eat it, crushing it with your fingers or bare hand, okay? Drilling a hole when punching it would do. When you can do it with just a punch, you're drilling a hole, okay? Equipment that uses more energy than needed and machines that are faster than they need to be, okay? So which is not an example of a processing waste, okay? Good. See, all the others are machine running faster than need to be is wasting, okay? Overproduction. An equipment uses more energy waste. Drilling a hole, that's not the right operation, right? When punching can do. Okay. All right. Reaching or training yourself to reach a tool is an example of what type of waste? Motion, processing, transportation, inventory. Let's quickly check. Oh, that's a pretty easy one. So I know all of you will do that. Okay, that's in motion. That's okay. Now, what do you see on the screen? I'm going to introduce you to something. What do you see on the screen? Wow. Shoe mark, stop, footprint, corona distance, waiting. Okay, somebody wrote, first person commented, I give him a thumbs up. How many of you observed what first person commented? Oh no, okay. There's this great person called Taiichi Ono. And now all of you, please write down Muda, Mura, and Muri in your notebook. Okay. MMM, 3M. Okay, please don't spoil the name 3M brand. Okay. This Muda is all 3Ms are waste. Okay. Now, this is called Ono Circle. What Taiichi Ono, who was the manager in Toyota Production System, he said, please, even before you go and sit in your cabin, go and observe the waste. Okay. Ask why this is happening. And that's why he asked to put a circle like this stand. And he was so strict that without identifying, at least he used to give a list of at least identify 10 waste before you start your routine work. Now, Muda. What is Muda? Please type in the chat box. Muda, English word. What is Muda, English word? Waste. Okay. Second is Mura. What is the English word equivalent of Mura? Unevenness. Okay. We have seen that. Okay. Imbalance, variation. And Muri. What is Muri? Strain, stress. Okay. Burden, overburden. Fantastic. Thank you very much. There is a very active participation. And surprisingly, today, 900 plus people are still there. Isn't it amazing? Okay. Now, please write down in your notebook, Muda, Mura, and Muri. This is very, very important that you remember. And what I want to communicate is, if waste is in the system, okay, there is a mistake here. Muda is a waste, okay? I'll make this correction. Sorry about that. Mura is variation and Muri is overloading. Okay. The waste will lead to variation and variation will lead to stress or overloading or overburdening. So the waste is the starting point of most of the things. Okay. How many of you agree with this? Just type agree in the chat box. Let's not debate too much on this, what will lead to what. But generally, if a waste is introduced, it will create a variation. So for example, if a defect is produced, there'll be variation in the production. If there is a variation in the production, there'll be a month-end product dispatch pressure. We can discuss, debate about this. Okay. So the question that Taiichi Ono asked to ask is this: why are you doing that? Mr. Ono said, stand in the circle and ask the questions. Okay. What are the questions you ask? Why are you doing this? What is that tool or equipment or device used for? Where are they going? What are they doing now? Why did they do that? Why were they interrupted? What are they waiting on? What are they waiting for? Right? Why do they make so many at one time? So many questions that you ask. Okay. And so, okay, this slide I have written it properly. The Muda, Mura, this affects the flow, and lean is all about flow. Lean is all about flow. All of you type lean is equal to flow. Okay, thank you very much. So, easy question today. Popularize the concept of standing in circle. Taiichi Ono, Shigeo Shingo, Henry Ford. And what is the correct answer? Of course, just now we saw him, right? Obviously. Okay, all of you would know this answer. Okay. Okay. So if you found today's session interesting, valuable, useful, fantastic, awesome, just put it in the chat box. Thank you very much.